You seem cool.
David, you seem cool. Thanks so much for joining me, pal.
For sure, man. Thanks for having me.
This is fantastic because I found your stuff on TikTok and I was caught by surprise the first time I saw what you did. And I love your format where you cut yourself into videos of movies and put yourself in scenes. And not only is it super smart, it's super funny. The one that I saw that really got me, there was a couple, but the Will Smith I Am Legend one.
Hey! Hey!
Oh, what's up, Will? Good morning. How you doing, man?
The hell are you doing out here, Fred?
I'm just going for my morning walk. Sorry I'm not wearing a mask. I didn't think anybody would be out here at 5 a.m.
No! No!
Dude, I'm sorry I don't have my mask.
No!
Okay, shit. What's he doing?
No!
Whoa, Will, what's with the gun, man?
What the hell are you doing out here, Fred?
I told you, dude, I'm just going for my morning walk, man. I forgot my mask, but I swear to God I've been vaccinated, man.
Fred, if you're real, you better tell me right now.
I'm for real, dude. I've been vaccinated twice. I swear to God. I want to live, Will.
Damn it, Fred!
I suck, dude.
Damn it!
Yeah, I'm a piece of shit.
I have so many questions. So where do you live? You're in California?
Yeah, I'm in Carlsbad, San Diego.
Oh, San Diego. Okay, great.
Yeah.
And then what do you do for real life?
Surprisingly, I do this for real life.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Isn't life crazy, man?
It is. Trust me, it's weird. Like knowing that this is what I do full time now as a job. Like, because I went through the whole thing, of having normal jobs, and right before this, I was working for myself, but I still had like a normal, schedule. I had to work with clients. I had to work with people, and now I work in my living room all day, filming videos. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty amazing.
So when you wake up, it's like, oh, I got to get to work. Not yet. Let's see what's on.
Surprisingly, I actually get to it right away.
Do you?
Like, yeah, I'm a morning person. So I get up super early and I try to knock everything out, everything I need to do until, I start to crash, which is like, or my creativity starts to die down. You know what I mean? I'm sure you could relate. Like, I feel I'm at the most focused, the most funny in the early time. And towards the end of the day, I'm just like, I can't think of anything.
Well, for sure. I'm a night owl, so I'm the flip of that. Like I wake up in the morning and I don't even like crack a joke till noon.
Yeah. See, I'm the opposite. At the end of the day, I'm like, don't even fucking talk to me. I don't even want to be funny. But in the morning, I'm like, let's go.
Right.
So.
I do. Now, see, this is something that I think has ruined you, and tell me if I'm wrong. Because you could watch movies now or TV and you're doing research, right? You can see a scene, but now whenever you watch like a movie, are you watching it through this lens now of like, oh, I can insert myself there?
Surprisingly not. No, when I'm watching a movie, I don't even think about it.
How are you getting around the whole copyright thing? Just, you're not?
So I did some research. I did some recon, and it seems like if you take an original piece of content, which is this movie scene, and then I'm kind of chopping it up and making it in another original piece of content that's completely separate from what the original context was around like that scene, then it's considered like free game.
You fall under like parody laws and whatnot.
I think it's a little loophole. Yeah, I found that. So
great.
I mean, otherwise, TikTok's pretty strict on copyright, and even YouTube, and I post this on YouTube, Instagram. So I mean, I haven't gotten in trouble yet. I've been doing it for a year.
Great. That's awesome. I hope this isn't the reason it gets outed. I apologize. It's like, I was watching You Seem Cool and David found a loophole. We got to close that loophole.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's take it out of like your edit suite, and it's in real life. You're able to share the screen with somebody for real. Who is it?
Oh, like an actual actor?
Yeah.
I would say either Keanu Reeves or Will Smith.
Both great choices.
Or actually, you know what? Since I've been doing Shia LaBeouf, I feel like me and him would kind of have a little chemistry. So maybe Shia.
You think you'd hit it off?
He's a little weird. I'm a little weird. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I think Keanu would be pretty cool just because he seems like an amazing guy. So does Will Smith.
Yeah, Will's fantastic. He's like my number one guy in the world. I went to the John Wick 3 premiere. I got invited to that, and he was walking around the room, and super nice, super like whatever. And I wanted to say hi to him, but every time I was about to say hi to him, like somebody else did, I was like, oh, I'll just wait. But he's so nice that he would like get into conversations with people. And like, when people like work in the room going around like, oh, thanks for seeing the movie. Oh, it was great. Thank you so much. Like they're like, oh, the movie was great. He's like, thanks. He's like, oh, this is a nice shirt. Where'd you get it from? And they start talking for like 15 minutes and I'm just standing there like creepily, like eavesdropping. And I would slowly do that walk away like backwards. And he just talked to everybody for so long that I just couldn't find an in. I couldn't, like, I just felt bad. I didn't want to interrupt, you know? So,
yeah.
But he was super nice. From what I eavesdropped, he was a super nice dude.
Yeah. I mean, that's all I got from him. Everything you see about him, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why. But yeah.
I like Keanu. So you're a movie guy more than TV?
Yeah, for sure. Like I've got on some shows before. Like I was really into Breaking Bad and Game of Thrones, and there were some older shows that were really good. Like I don't know if you ever got into Nip Tuck. You remember that show?
I remember Nip Tuck. I never have, but I know that people loved it. That was like a Nurse Jackie too, right? That was another one where people were not as many people really about it, but if they knew it, they loved it.
Yeah. But I don't like getting into shows anymore because I get into a show like the last one I got into, and you know, it's been around for 8 years, so there's 8 seasons, and then I'm like. And then they catch me, they get me, and I'm like, and then they end it in a way where like, well, fuck, I got to see the next one.
It reminds me too of like college. Like you're like, oh my God, there's 8 seasons of this thing. And like, you have to like get through, like, it's like homework. Like, oh man, I'd love to come out for dinner tonight, but I got season 4, episode 6 breathing down my neck.
I can't stop, dude. Like that's how Breaking Bad was, where it's like, it's 4 a.m. I'm like, I have to go to fucking bed, dude. I have class in the morning.
I know. I did. My wife had not seen Sopranos ever, so she moved to New York. And this is back in the day. I had it on DVD. I had the full collection on DVD, and I was working, and she wasn't, because she just moved to New York, and she got hooked. So it was like 2 a.m, and she's like, "All right, one more," and I'm like. At the same time, I'm being mad at her for asking, but at the same time, I'm like, I got to see what Tony's up to in this one. And I rewatched again. I've watched The Sopranos 3 times through all the way because I wanted to rewatch it again before the Many Saints of Newark came out, and I had rewatched it not too long ago during pandemic, and it still holds up for me as one of the best. But I feel like that was the biggest crack cocaine thing in the world for me.
Yeah,
I had to watch the next one.
See, and I've never seen it, and I probably won't see it for that reason.
Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself.
How many seasons?
To tell you. 6. I think it was 6 seasons.
And they're an hour probably, right?
Yeah. So David, I mean, you got so much to do. You're
not doing it, dude. Yeah, I'm too focused right now, man. I can't fucking do that.
I don't want to derail the train, pal.
I do get a lot of requests from Sopranos though, and maybe if I watched it though, maybe now I'm not even getting into it. Fuck that, I ain't going down that road.
Don't. I'm telling you, because that's how they're gonna get you. It's the real life mafia. They're gonna give you just a taste. Before you know it, you're gonna have some money on the street, and you're out. You're in trouble.
Yeah. What am I doing? I'm fucking doing illegal shit now. What?
You're just loading TVs in the back.
Yeah.
He's fell off a truck. Talk to your process a little bit for me. Like, you get some requests, or do you have a running list and then you get into it?
That's how I used to do it when it was like starting to pop off. I would actually do the requests that were coming in, and then I would use the comment for the request. But now it's just gotten too much, and I don't take requests anymore. Just because you're a wedding
DJ. You're a wedding DJ. I got my set. I know what I'm doing. The bride doesn't want to hear the Macarena.
Yeah. I'm not going to do Nacho Libre. Fuck.
Is that your big one? Is that the big one people want? Nacho Libre?
So many.
Really?
And they won't stop. And I'm like, dude, I don't do comedies. Like, just fucking relax. And they do it so aggressive too. It's not like, oh, love your stuff. Can you please do this? It's like, do Nacho Libre. Do Keanu and tag me in the comment. I'm like, okay, bro.
I'm not watching again until you do Nacho Libre. Like,
yeah. Day 78 of asking for Nacho. Sometimes I get into a rhythm where I'm like, okay, this week I'm going to do all Marvel. And things just go smoothly, and I'm finding clips left and right. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. The creative juices are flowing. And then other days, like say yesterday, like I was just browsing around YouTube, just kind of to get an idea. Like all of my videos that are shown to me now are just movie clips. So I'm just scrolling through, like, oh, let's check this one out. Let's check this one out. And I clicked on 10, and I ended on Adam Driver, and I was like, oh, this will work. And I don't ever get too picky with it, you know, like whatever is the first one that I come up with, I do it, even if I think it's good or not, and I put it out because I would never get a video out if I was just like always second guessing myself.
Same way.
And then like, oh, I'm gonna refilm something, and then it come 5 o'clock and I haven't got shit out. Yeah. And so I just put it out, even if I know it sucks. I'm like, whatever. It's a piece of content and it'll get bad. One of them's going to pop. You know what I mean? That's how I always look at it. It's like, I never know which one's going to pop or which one's going to do well. I just keep putting it out.
There's no, everybody's like, you know, looking for the mathematics behind it. It just happens.
There's nothing.
Like, you know, I'll tell you the one way it doesn't happen is if you don't put one out.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
And then you're basically making the decision for everyone. Like that video is going to suck, which I'm glad I don't do that, because I've had videos in the past where I thought that and I put it out and it blew up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I guess that video is good. I thought it was terrible, but whatever.
You're a terrible judge of character. That's what we've learned here today.
I know. Yes, I am very terrible. Yeah. Well, it's funny though, because I am not even joking. Like 70% of the videos that I put out, I'm like, this is not funny. This is not funny. But people are like, oh my God, it's hilarious. I'm like, it's stupid.
It's dumb.
It's dumb. So yeah, it's funny. I don't even think I'm that funny, but people think I'm funny. So cool, let's go.
It's your delivery. In normal conversation, not that impressive. But in your
Thank you.
I'm kidding. And your delivery of like stuff though is really good. But a lot of it's just like the juxtaposition. Like you come up with really smart stuff. Like I really appreciate it from a fellow comedian kind of like perspective and like a content creator, you know, like just it's very entertaining. And I think that's really what the big hook of it. It doesn't always have to be, you know,
right.
You look at it and you're like, because once you're into like what you do, like you're down the rabbit hole, forget it. You're down there. Like anybody that's learning about you through this episode is watching like at least 5 to 10 of them in a row.
Yeah. You know? Yeah. And that's funny too, because that's what I get to. Like, oh my God, I just binged your videos for 2 hours. I'm like, sweet.
You're the Tony Soprano of TikTok.
Yes. Yeah. People are like, I don't even watch Netflix, dude. I just watch your shit. I'm like, cool.
Great. I'm going to ask you to break your protocol here. I'm going to do a favor. I want to do something here and you seem cool. Okay.
Okay.
I want to open up the comments for people to request a collab video that me and you should do.
Yes, let's do it.
So in the comments of this video, we'll open it up and we'll let people comment what scene that you and I should write and make our own from which movie. And we'll open it up. I know you don't take requests. I appreciate you breaking the rule for me.
No. Absolutely. But for this is a special circumstance.
Please go down to the comments section, take a look, and write a scene and request us to do it. And we'll pick a winner from there.
I mean, now that you've talked about it, I'm thinking Sopranos might be the one.
I think people are gonna want that to watch it. Do we say no Sopranos, or do we say pick the Sopranos scene?
Ooh, actually, yes, do that. There has to be a scene from Sopranos.
Sopranos, that's a great idea.
Because
okay,
so many people have requested Sopranos, and I've never gotten around to it. So this would be a perfect opportunity.
So let's pick the Sopranos scene, put it in the comments below from the Sopranos, and we're going to make my friend David here subject to watching, and he's going to have to start binging it after, I'm sure. But let's see.
Yep.
I'm going to see.
Cool. No, I think that'll be great.
It'll go on your channel, but I'm going to need one for mine. So we're going to have to do 2 scenes of the Sopranos.
Absolutely. Yep.
Is that okay?
Let's go.
All right. So we're going to do 2. We'll pick 2 from the comment section, and we'll pick 2 of them and make our original content and post them on our prospective TikToks.
Unless there's 4 good ones, and we'll do 4.
No. We're just filling up. It's all our TikToks are going to be that for the next year.
Yep. It's just Joe and David doing Sopranos.
You come a long way from selling insurance, right? You used to be an insurance salesman.
How did you know that? I actually did. Were you fucking around, or?
I did some research, buddy. I did some research.
I thought you were just pulling that out of your ass. Yeah.
That'd be amazing if I did.
That was, that was my second job out of college. I sold for New York Life.
Nice. So you did life insurance.
Life insurance. Worst fucking thing ever, dude.
You walked away from the whole life insurance gig, buddy, to chase the dream?
I mean, yeah, what was I thinking? No, it was one of those things where I was like, I always wanted to work for myself, and it, they like that world is like, you can make this much money, you know, like you're going to be rich. Basically, it's kind of like that. But you have to try to sell your friends, your family. You're making cold call. Like, oh my God, it was a nightmare. I look back and I still, when I think about it, it like kind of creeps me out. Like, I'm like, oh, I can't believe I did that.
Everybody's dying. Everybody needs life insurance.
Yep, everyone's dodging your calls. You feel like a loser, dude.
I had a cousin that sold magnets for a while. Do you remember that scam that was going on back in like the late 90s where everybody was like, oh, there's these magnetic things where it improves circulation and health. And oh, does your back hurt? Wear this magnet belt.
Oh, yeah. And like the necklace, they made a necklace too, right?
Yeah. And they had a mattress. They had all that. I had a cousin that was doing that.
How did they do?
Well, I'm one of 15, so they sold all the cousins. So they made some nice commission for the first 6 months. But after that, it was like, every time that's all they were talking about, the magnets and the science behind it. And I'm like, if this is all true, you don't think the world would know this? You're getting a pamphlet from magnetsales.net. Like,
yeah,
that was nobody wants to talk to those people.
No.
I did want to talk to you. I did want to talk to you about something that went awry in your life as well.
How much research did you do on me?
I did a little bit. I did a little bit of research here and there. Talk to me about getting ejected from a gas station for the Magic Mike prank.
How the hell did you find that out? So that was when we first started our YouTube channel, me and my buddy Tony, Semistupid. And we wanted a video we were like, we need something to like bring the viewers in. Yep. And because we weren't going to focus on pranks, we were going to get them in with that, and then we were going to do the sketches. Yeah. And so I practiced that. I was practicing that move for probably like a week, like every day. And the day came, kept practicing. Like I was super nervous, and we brought in a little speaker to play the in sync. Mm-hmm. But if you watch the video, it doesn't play because YouTube, it was copyright because it was in sync. Yep. And so we had to just throw some random song over it. But yeah, as soon as I ripped open the Cheetos and started dancing on the window, she started screaming at me and saying they're going to call the cops. And we left, took off. And then 5 minutes later, the cops showed up to our house, and I told them the whole story. They thought it was funny. But they said, you can never go back to that gas station again. You're banned for life. I'm like, okay.
Where was that gas station?
That was Columbia, Missouri. I was living in Columbia, Missouri at the time. I went there for a marketing job. And, okay. So
I'd love to test that theory. I think you should go out to Columbia, Missouri, just pull in and see if you're able to put the gas up.
Well, I went there because I lived there for a couple of years. So I went there after like 8 months. They didn't know who I was. Yeah.
Not really a life ban. It's an 8-month ban.
Come on, man. Yeah. You're really going to have a picture of me or something? Like, oh no, it's him.
Could you imagine if you walked in as like a picture, a bag of Cheetos and like your picture like next to it? They're like, don't.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't trust this guy.
I was correct. I was absolutely correct. You are cool. David, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
You're fantastic.
Are you in New York?
Yeah, I'm in New York. Yes.
Okay. If you're ever out in San Diego area, hit me up.
Let's go get some gas.
Yes.